welcome to Catching Up with the Coalition. I'm Amber Bisa, Executive Director of the Northern Berkshire Community Coalition, and I'm here with my co-host.
Hi, Carissa, Youth Support Worker at the Coalition.
And our special guest for today.
I'm Meredith. I am the Youth Prevention Coordinator with the Coalition.
Yay!
So I legit brought the youth squad, I feel like, except for Marigina.
Yeah.
Heart Marigina, she's not here. So today is kind of youth themed for the day. So we're going to stay youth themed
My fave.
for the show, which is great because that really goes with March, because March is our youth forum, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But other than that, what's going on in your world? You know I check in every time.
Yeah. You want me to go first?
Sure, yeah.
Sure. Teen Writing Workshop just did their February showcase, so they just did their first showcase of the year. Smashed it as always.
And at the Williamstown Library, so new location.
New location, new setup. One of the best things that they're really good at, like jumping into spaces and just making them their own, which is one of the things I love about them most. Some stunning pieces. I have a lot of graduating seniors this year, which is it's big, right? Like seeing them change over the years has been really big. Since we've been on school break, we've gotten 3 new members of YLP, 2 new members of Teen Writing. So
nice.
We've been meeting some families, meeting some parents. Our Family Resource Center staff has been stellar in telling parents, like, hey, these programs are for all young people. So get to meet some cool new young people next week. And yeah. Busy.
Back to the showcase.
Yeah.
So no, that's not a good word. I need to choose my word better. Most impactful piece from that showcase for you?
It's a tie between 2 of them.
Okay.
I'll
let you have it since it's kids.
It's like picking your favorite child. One young person wrote a poem to his mom, and his mom was in attendance, so he read it for his mom.
Tears.
Beautiful poem, like comparing his mom to the sun. Absolutely beautiful.
No.
Other piece is one of my seniors who's actually my intern for the 413 Youth Conference, who's kind of a tough kid. Wrote this beautiful poem about letting go of things that hold you back. Absolutely thoughtful piece, beautiful. When you first meet this young person, you wouldn't necessarily anticipate the kind of poetry to come out of him that did, and it was fabulous.
Fair. Nice.
Yeah.
Did you get to go to the showcase?
I didn't get to go, but I heard about it and I was so excited because I heard about the poem to mom and I was like, oh, maybe it's best that I didn't go because I would have been bawling.
There were a lot of tears. There were a lot of tears in the audience.
Sympathetic crier.
Oh, yes. 100%.
It's because I'm a Cancer.
I never understand that, but moving on. How about in your YHC, your world? What else is going on?
So for the folks at home, we have a program called the Youth Health Collaborative, and we meet every Thursday night from 5 to 7 p.m. And I have an awesome group of 8 students. 7 are from BART, 1 is from Mount Greylock, and they've been working really hard on putting together a forum for well, they're actually doing 2 projects, but they're focusing right now on the forum, which is coming up in March 12th. It is our annual youth forum. Their topic is social media literacy, and we invite anyone to attend. But we really want to get like the adults in the community to attend because a lot of the information is stuff that I was not aware of, such as like slang that they use on social media to indicate like, oh, like this is slang for a vape cartridge, this is slang for this, other substance. And it's going to be really informative and really educational.
Great.
So yeah, come on down, March 12th.
Especially if you have kids or know people who have kids, it's super important as a parent to be informed and understand what your kids are saying.
Yes.
It's a reminder of like some of the greater values we have at the Coalition around, right? We want to hear from young people, and it's often that as adults we speak for young people or speak into young people, but really we want them to speak for what they experience because we can only assume so much, right? But hearing it directly from them is far more impactful in my opinion, yeah.
Yes, yeah. They're very insightful. They're also really ecstatic to be doing this forum. I think that they're really just excited about the opportunity to really like share what they have been experiencing and
Yeah.
what they've been seeing in schools and also outside of school. And so, yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good discussion.
Nice.
So I'm
Hopefully
excited.
we'll pack the room, so.
Yes.
Show up.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Yeah. Oh, location. It's going to be at Hotel Down Street. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes, 5 to 7, March 12th. It's a Thursday, second Thursday. 4 to 6.
4 to
Sorry,
6.
4 to
Sorry.
6.
Did I say 5 to 7? I'm
No,
sorry.
I did.
No,
okay. I did. You get too many meetings, they're gonna mix up. So, March 12th, it's the second Thursday at Hotel Down Street, 4 to 6 forum. It'll be good.
great.
Love to hear what the kids. Our young folks are always super enlightening. I feel like
Yes.
they've done really well. So,
They have.
so another project that we all work on, speaking of our youth, is our Northern Berkshire Youth and Family Collaborative. And so a little history for everybody. The coalition has for a very long time convened several small, I don't want to say small, but groups of, family providers, schools, people who work with families and supportive services, and then we did youth, and so people who worked with youth services, youth workers, that kind of a thing. And then we had the prevention / opioid group that was called the RX Heroin Work Group. And so that group was born out of how are we preventing substance use. And so these groups would meet regularly over the years. I think, as everybody knows, COVID changed things and the landscape of things. And so when we came sort of back out and started to reconvene, we quickly, I think all of us had reassessed.
Yeah.
What do I need to be doing? What don't I need to be doing? Where do I need to sit? Where don't I need to sit? And we quickly saw that we had the same people in all three groups. And so
Yeah.
some groups were losing participation, other groups just didn't have it anymore, and then other groups were really full, and we were talking about things we should have been talking about at other tables.
Yes.
And it was like, well, what are we doing? And so we took all three of those groups and we smashed them together and said, we're all the same people. If you work with families, you work with youth.
Yes.
And if you're working with youth and families, you're talking about substance use prevention.
Yeah.
Or you should be, right? And so this Northern Berkshire Youth and Family Collaborative was born out of that, with the idea of let's sit at the table together once a month, all at the same time, and have an agenda that sort of fits the whole kit and caboodle and talk about all of it, because it is all interconnected. So we started doing that, I think, 3 years ago now?
Yep.
About 3 years
Around
ago.
then, yep.
It's ebbed and flowed with participation as people start to shake in and shake out.
Yeah.
And of course, people move, jobs. Change jobs, retire sometimes, or move on. And so I think we're in sort of I would say probably our third iteration at this point.
Yeah.
Of every year we sort of had a new group. This year I think has been more solid of a group. We have great participation across the sectors. I mean, the health system sits at the table, childcare sits at the table, youth Roots, other youth serving organizations, some other substance use prevention partners that you have in the community. Who am I forgetting?
The NBCTC, the television studio, sits at that table.
Yes.
Since community access television is community work as well.
Right, and information is a part of this whole conversation
Yes.
and how we get it. Schools, who else? I'm trying to think of who else is sitting there.
Youth.
Yep, youth are sitting at the table, so we have youth involved.
BRPC is at the table.
BRPC.
Yep, that's Berkshire Nursing Family Pediatric Office.
Yep.
So we are trying to get a little bit of everybody at the table. There's always room for more. And so if you ever have an idea of you're watching the show and you're like, do these people sit at your table? I know my son or daughter or sister or brother or niece or nephew works at Northern Berkshire EMS or the library or whatever. Or the library sits at the table. But give a shout out. Tell them to get in touch with us. We're always looking for new people that are interested in what is happening with youth and families in the community, and has maybe a passion for substance use prevention, which we say is for youth, but let's face it, it's for all of us.
Yes.
Because youth prevention isn't about youth not using. It's about adults in the community creating an environment where they don't have to.
It's family prevention.
Right.
Yes.
And so that's our job, not theirs. So anyways, the Northern Berkshire Youth and Family Collaborative, it's been a super good adventure. I think we've had a lot of conversations. It's growing. But one of the things, and I'll let you talk about this, Meredith, is we decided to do sort of this conglomerate social media project for youth. So do you want to talk a little bit about that? And then we can talk about, well, we'll get there.
Sure, yeah. So I would say over the past year and a half, so this group, the Northern Berkshire Youth and Families Collaborative, has been putting together a social media toolkit, which essentially it's going to be a collection of posters and social media, like posts, Instagram images, but yeah, posters, videos, billboards, just messaging, different styles of messaging. And the theme about for the social media toolkit, it's all about positive youth development. And so you may have seen some billboards around the county.
With faces you recognize.
With faces you recognize. Last year, we had this wonderful group of young people join us for a Saturday of filming over at the UNO Center. And each of the students who participated, they were interviewed and asked questions about what their experiences have been as a youth growing up in Berkshire County. We also had a lot of more open-ended questions to ask them about like what life has been like growing up for them and their families. What are things that adults can do to help them to grow? There's also some pieces that are more scripted, but when it all came together in this video, it was really cool to just kind of have it be more of like these youth, like they're echoing the same message, and it's very united and really powerful.
Yes.
So we're really excited to start sharing it around the community and sharing it with our partners, especially those who are in our Northern Berkshire Youth and Family Collaborative group. But yeah, we have the billboards, the video. We also have some posters coming out that you may be seeing, whether you're at the grocery store, at the doctor's office. We're really just trying to share these messages of just things that our youth are telling us that they want to see from adults in the community to help these young people to grow and be the best young adults they can be.
I think what was awesome, because I got to be there, we spent the day doing that, which was really fun, but listening to them, this isn't, so it's what the youth wanted, but what was really cool was the perspective of they want it because they've been given it.
Yes.
Someone at some point treated them in a way that made them feel empowered or challenged or accepted or supported. And they were sharing that information saying, we want more, right? Like they weren't saying, no one ever does this.
Yep.
So kudos to the community for that. But at the same time, they're now aware we can. And so what a challenge to the adults to do it well and do more of it.
And consistently.
Yeah. But we wanted, so Chris and I talked about it and we were like, we need to launch the video. It's been too long.
Yes.
Should have done it a long time ago, but whatever. We're here now. And so we thought we would use the TV show today to launch the video and show the community the video and then start really getting it out there. So we're going to queue up the video and give it a watch.
Young people in communities all across Northern Berkshire County receive a lot of advice about growing up.
Lots of people have opinions on our development into adults.
Okay.
We wanted to share with you our point of view on this advice and the future we want to grow together.
We're here to ask you for 6 things we need for positive growth.
We need confidence.
We need confidence.
We need character.
We need caring.
We need connection.
And we need contribution.
These are all the things you can help us cultivate to become the adults we want to be.
Here's what we need from you as adults to grow in these 6 ways.
We need you to express care.
Show me that I matter to you.
Be dependable, be someone I can trust.
Listen to me. Really pay attention when we're together.
Believe in me. Make me feel known and valued.
Be warm. Show that you enjoy being with me.
Encourage me.
Praise me for my efforts and achievements, and encourage me to work hard.
When people respect me and treat me like how I want to be treated, I feel cared about.
Having that extra piece of caring and love helped her to sort of see this little kid who needed that extra push.
It made me feel better and more confident.
Whenever I'm down and I get in the car with her, she's like, "What's the matter, dear?" And I explain, and she always gives me a hug and a kiss and says, "You got this, girl."
Like I felt more safe. I felt more like I had more people to talk to, you know, like I didn't have to hold everything inside, you know.
We need you to challenge our growth.
Push me to get better while supporting me where I'm at.
Expect my best and encourage me to make an effort in everything I do.
Encourage my potential. Push me to go further when it's clear I can.
Hold me accountable. Insist I take responsibility for my actions.
Reflect with me. Help me learn from challenges and setbacks.
Everyone has an opportunity to grow and get better in life, and that everyone can. And if someone pushes them hard enough, then they can go far.
And just the small, minor corrections and never really getting mad at me when I make a mistake.
Mistakes help you learn. So if you don't know something, don't pretend you know something if you don't. If you don't know it, just admit you don't know it so you can learn it.
It's going to serve me great because I think confidence is one of the best things that you can have and out there in the world when you're an adult.
We need you to provide support.
Help me to complete tasks and achieve goals.
Empower me. Build my confidence to take charge of my life.
Advocate for me. Stand up for me when I need it.
Set boundaries.
Put limits in place that keep me on track.
My parents are really solid when it comes to seeing that I'm working hard and then making sure that they can support me.
Recognizing when there's like, not external forces, but like internal forces telling me like that I'm scared or like whatever.
I felt better because I felt like that I'm not doing everything by myself.
Helps me remember that the work I'm doing is valuable and that it's all going to be worth it in the end.
We need you to share power.
Treat me with respect and give me a say.
Respect me, take me seriously, and treat me fairly.
Include me, involve me in decisions that affect me.
Collaborate with me. Include me in problem solving to reach goals.
Let me lead.
Create opportunities for me to take action and lead.
It's not easy to come from a spot where you're, supposed to be leading and whatnot, and then have somebody else who's supposed to be under you do your job.
That I have my own voice, that the things I say matter.
My director has started to trust me a lot more and said, I'll step back and you can be in charge.
And she let me have the power to be able to change my own education for the better.
We need you to expand possibilities.
Connect me with people and places that broaden my world. Inspire me and help me see possibilities for my future.
Broaden my horizons. Expose me to new experiences, ideas, and places.
Introduce me to other people that can help me grow.
So the thing that makes me happy is like horseback riding.
I am very into the environment.
Like I want to take an architecture class.
Make my own game enterprises called Star Studios.
When people hear my name in the arts world, I want them to smile.
I would like to help people.
I want to be happy.
Not just money, but more than that. I want love and care.
Just to live a normal life.
Where I can be myself.
Take that chance, even if it seems a little bit scary.
And I want to be that person that enjoys life because you don't know when it's going to end.
This is our advice to you. With your support, we'll develop competence, confidence, character, caring, connection, and contribution.
To build a future together, we'll make the Northern Berkshires strong, safe, and healthy for a generation to come.
This is what we mean when we say,
see me,
see me,
see me, hear me,
hear me,
hear me,
care about me,
care about me,
care about me.
We can grow together.
We can grow together.
We can grow together.
We good? Yep. All right.
So, yay!
It's there.
So this video, you can also find it on our website. You can find it on Facebook, Instagram. We're going to be sharing it out more on our social media pages, as well as encouraging other people to share it too. So whether you're another organization here in North Berkshire, or maybe you just came across it and you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up on Facebook.
Share it on your page.
Share it on your page. Also, like, let us know what you think. I really hope that it inspires a lot of adults in our community to, you know, really just try to be there for, you know, our young people. As you can see from the video, it's stuff that we're all already doing. They just want us to do more of it, you know? I know for me, I always love whenever I'm walking my dog and it's, you know, morning bus stop time and we walk by the bus stop and of course we have to stop and talk to the kids and, you know, I hope it makes their day. It always makes my day. But really just checking in with them and just seeing how they're doing and how school is going and just really just showing them that you actually really do care about them. You know, you don't have to be a parent yourself. It's anyone. So.
In fact, sometimes I think it's easier now that I'm not parenting as actively, like in my own house. I think it's not easier necessarily, but it gives me more time to see beyond like the doors of my own house, right? Like with my kids at home, I'm focused on them and like nurturing humans that way. And then now that I don't have that, I feel like I can go more external and be like, all right, who else is out there? I also have friends who don't have kids and they love it. They're like, it's like being an auntie all the time, right? Like you get to do all the fun stuff and like be the encourager and the cheerleader and the champion and maybe not have to do some of the other stuff that isn't so much fun.
Team aunt.
Yeah.
Auntie life is the best
I
life.
do love aunt life. It's great. But I think what's great is like, you know, I think we're so used to trying to share information or like put stuff out there and it's like an adult, it's an expert, it's a doctor, it's a professor, it's somebody with all these credentials saying, here's what we need to do. And I think what's great is these are our kids. Like, and by ours, I mean the community. These are kids from all over North Berkshire, all walks of life, all schools, telling us they're the experts. This is what they need. And so we're really just encouraging folks, share this information out there. Let these kids who spent their time and their expertise like get the screen time they deserve to spread what they are hoping will be helpful to other kids in their community.
It really makes a difference. I think, you know, I'll be going into year 10 of youth work, right, which is crazy to think about.
Whoa.
And this video project gave me a moment of thinking about like how, you know, when they repeat like, hear me, right? I'm thinking a lot about how we actually hear young people, right? We talk about it as adults, right? We do that, oh, how was your day? Great, good, see you later, right? We do that as people in general. And adults get upset when young people don't want to talk about their day. But as adults, we don't model that, right? We don't model being like, oh, yeah, tell me about your day. And I'm really actually listening. So our young people don't see a lot of adults doing that, right? So it's important to remember that, like, we need to hear them, not just when things are going wrong or when the big things are happening, but just when they want to talk about their favorite sneakers, right? The little things in between matter just as much as the bigger things outside.
Right. I mean, what a thing if we could have our young folks in our community have that be the things that they wanted to talk about instead of having to be concerned about all of the other things that they seem to have to be concerned about on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I do think, while nothing in life is really new, these are things that our humans have dealt with over time in different extents and in different ways. It does feel like adults put a lot of pressure on young folks to be like, well, you're the answer.
Yes.
You'll fix it for us. And I think that's a lot. And I'm like, you know, I kind of wish our kids could I keep saying kids, but the older I get,
it's your mom thing.
The younger they get. Right, but like I do wish for them that they could have a space where, you know, what's the coolest new trend and what's the like new fashion style, whatever. And that was the extent of what they worried about. And they didn't have to worry about some of the other things that unfortunately hit their plates.
And it's important to listen to those things as well. Like I love one of the check-ins we'll do at Teen Writing is like, what's your favorite artist right now? What's your favorite song? What's your most listened to on Spotify? Like, you know, what movie did you just watch? What Netflix series, right? Which they seem kind of simple and silly, but it's important, right?
Yeah.
Especially when young people talk about what they're listening to. We'll make a playlist for YLP and be like, oh, cool. Like, this is what you're listening to. I love this, right? It's like getting those glimpses into the things that give them joy as well. Or I mean, if you remember being a teenager, there were probably musicians and artists and things that spoke to you at such a deep level, right? they're experiencing that.
Eddie Vedder's growly voice.
Really? I did not know that about you.
Pearl Jam?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, hardcore.
Oh, okay.
I gotta say, if it wasn't for our Youth Health Collaborative students, I would not know who Chapel Roan is and Pink Pony Club. So they've educated me.
Keeping Meredith hip.
Good
Yes.
news. I still don't know who that is. And I'm okay with it. I let Meredith learn.
Yeah. You can join us next Thursday.
Yeah, no, I'm not really into the new, like a lot of the new artists, not my jam. I've heard a few. Seth keeps me in the loop, but I'm like,
He's
maybe
very
not
good.
for me. It's okay.
And again, this is one of those beautiful moments where like I remember my parents saying that to me. Like I just don't get it. And it's amazing to see like how young people now are doing these things. And I have moments where I'm like, what? And I was like, oh my God, I'm like having a my parents moment. But I still want to know, right? And I still ask that question, even if we joke and we're like, I have no idea what you just said to me.
Yup.
Do you love doing a great like brain buzzer for our young folks when they hear songs by artists that have been around for a long time and they're like, oh, I just heard this new artist, and I'm like, I listened to them in high school. They're not new. And they're like, what? And I'm like, they're not new.
Yeah, What's Going On by the Four Non-Blondes is a current trending song right now on TikTok and on like Reels too. And I keep hearing it and I'm like, what is happening?
I've been transported back to the 90s. It's happening for sure. It's fun. But yeah, I think one of the things that I love about the youth work in our office is that it keeps our office alive.
Yes.
Right? And
Very much so.
one of our values and one of the things that we really do try to strive for is optimism, and that gets more and more challenging as an adult the older I get. Who knew that was going to be a thing? But I do think that youth bring a level of natural optimism because there's so much ahead of them and there's a lot of hope for what that can be. And then we get to realize that we're a part of that for them, right? Like we're a part of paving that way, that there is more and that can be better. So I think it's great, and it's like it just brings that atmosphere to the office on a regular basis.
They also remind me that like it's not over once you're an adult, right? Like as an adult, you can still have so much ahead of you, right? There's so much that can happen still in your life, and it's cool getting to be like, yeah, this is my age, but like there are so many things I'm yet to do, and I'm excited to do them. Their energy, I get weird. Like we haven't had programming this week, and I've been like, like the energy's been like here, and I'm like, I miss them. Miss their loudness.
It's true. It is a lot quieter. Right
Yeah,
now.
I don't like it.
For sure. Cool. So we're wrapping up in our final minute, and I do this to Carissa every time, so I won't do you first because that feels hard.
Okay.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Talk to a young person in your life, ask them their favorite color, ask them what makes them happy right now, and invest in a teenager.
I love that. I'll bounce off of that. Yeah, really just, take time to get to know the young people in your life. Also, don't forget March 12th.
Yeah.
4 to 6 p.m. at Hotel Down Street.
Yes. Sweet.
Youth Forum.
Youth Forum, do that. And I think the final thought for me is this, if young people aren't your jam, and that's okay, the smallest thing you can do is share that video and help spread the word for them. And that will mean the world to them. So that's how you can help. So thanks for joining us for our show, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.